So I'm standing here with Larsen from Aerosan in the States, and we're going to talk about your project, which has got to do with sanitation for emergencies. My first question is, what makes this project unique or special compared to the others that are here?
Well, I think this project is already in phase one, which was 2 years ago. We were already deployed in Haiti, so we've got these actually already functioning, and we're getting information about that. And obviously, the technology is much less than a lot of the others here, but I think it speaks to a need of getting stuff out immediately and meeting some sanitation needs where there is a low-tech thing, and it keeps the cost down. The other thing is as far as the cubicle structure goes, we've really worked a lot on trying to get the weight and the strength, get the weight down and the strength up. These have been through hurricanes, literally, and they've survived very well. So we're glad for that. And so having a lightweight structure that's low cost, that's easily deployable in the field, I feel is one of our very strong areas as far as the structure goes. Yeah.
That brings me to the next point. What have been your major successes or achievements with this project?
Okay, so we started out really wanting to have composting be our main process of choice. We've learned since that we'd like to be able to help others with their processes of choice if they were to use these structures, for instance. But as we've been working on that, we wanted to use a lot of ventilation. And by having an enlarged plenum, our plenum is 3 feet in diameter, and it's quite tall. And so we use that for odor control and for just wholesale movement of air. None of which would have been possible without the particular building style that we've developed, which is a low-cost way to make cylinders, which seems like a small part of it, but that is what makes that plenum only cost maybe $30, that big tall plenum. If you were to make that out of any other materials, it would be prohibitively expensive. So we're able to then now move more air through the system than you would in any other design, really, that's what's completely passive. So that's where the construction and the process sort of came together a little bit, or they help each other.
What about the main difficulties, barriers, hurdles, frustrations that you've had to tackle?
Well, we started with the idea in the field, and we had the idea, but we went to the field to build it, and we built them in Haiti, and that was in itself a challenge, but we lived with our community, and actually the community members built these toilets. They know how to build them. But the challenge has been in the deployment side. It's been the maintenance. We did some good sanitation awareness, but still maintenance is a problem. We're not able to do a user pay situation where we're at, and so we don't have a sustainable maintenance model. So that is a big challenge. Interestingly, we have not had any vandalism. We've not had the tarp stolen or torn. So that's a positive. We thought we might experience some of that, but we have not.
So you said no user pay, meaning you would like to charge, but you can't charge for using the toilet?
Yeah, I mean, we have the discussion back and forth, and I'm always saying in places that are very, very poor, how can we ask them to pay? And others will say that no, this has been done in places and it's been successful. And so I want to look at other models like Sanergy, where they're doing this type of thing, and in very poor places, and learn from that. So the social side of it, I think, has been my weak side. My colleague Hannah Nelson has worked on that a lot and has got a lot more insight on what we should do on that. But that's still, for sustainability, we haven't figured that out. Now, in an emergency context, that some of those funds could be available as part of the deployment, and so part of my focus has been to say, well, why don't we just let's make the emergency model and get that working, and then if it becomes more of a development model, then let's address that as the time comes.
And where do you see how many more years until this could be used at the large scale by emergency agencies?
I think we're actually quite close because, again, we started with it in Haiti. We have 25 toilets operating in Haiti currently, which is 5 toilet blocks of 5, so 5 of the blocks in Cité Soleil, which is a large slum in Port-au-Prince. So we actually have those already, but as far as a larger scale deployment, I want to work through some ideas with the design, and I think I would like to go to some refugee camps in the next year, and I think within a couple of years we could actually be having many of these out. And our thinking is in an emergency we could fly a few units in, have them set up, and then follow it up with the materials for then a team to build. So then you could immediately get locals working after they've seen what they look like, and then do the training and have them build those units.
And have you had any collaborations with any of the other grantees here?
Well, yeah, there's been some collaborations that have not necessarily resulted in things right in our path that we're doing, but we're having a lot of discussions. There's sort of the low-tech area is kind of this side of the fair, and I've been speaking with Sanergy quite a bit, with Lou Watts, with the Earth Auger people next to me, and I think we each have pieces that we're a little better at than maybe the other, and so we're saying, hey, how do you do this or how do you do that? So there's some informal collaborations happening. I expect those to become formalized because I do think there's going to be plenty of opportunities, and if there's a call for a deployment and I can work together with some people to get all of our pieces together, I think we could have something to get out there quite quickly.
Great. Thanks very much, Andrew.
Thank you.
Okay.